What's up, everybody? One thing that I have still been loving about my Model Y Juniper are the white seats. I absolutely love the white seats in my car, but I still feel like I'm asking for trouble somewhere down the line, whether that be blue jeans staining my seats even though I do have a ceramic coating on my seats, or something tearing or scratching my seats. So, I have decided that my solution for this problem is going to be seat covers. Specifically, these dual color seat covers that I picked up from EVBASE. We're going to talk about it, I'm going to tell you how I feel about them, and I'm going to let you know if they're worth your time. So, let's get into it. On EVBASE's website, they actually have a lot of different colorways that you can choose from when it comes to seat covers. I knew that I still wanted white, but when I saw this white and gray, it just fit my personality to a T and I had to have them. This set provides full coverage from your front seat all the way to your back seat, and every piece has either some type of strap or Velcro to kind of help hold it into place. And then the tools that are even used to further help tie them down are very simple and minimal. Getting to the installation, I want to answer this one simple question. Was it hard to install? And I'm not gonna lie, I did have some issues putting this together. It wasn't to the point where I was like frustrated or anything like that, and I wasn't on the verge of giving up at all. They have these black elastic straps that you have to tuck down onto the sides of the car. And once it's underneath the car, you have to take these silver hooks and kind of attach it. And this is kind of where I felt like I was doing some type of weird car yoga. It was very difficult trying to be partially upside down to try to then hook it onto the bottom of the seat. I would randomly lose my grip when it came to the strap and it would go flying away because it is elastic, so it would snap back. And it just took some time. I'm not gonna lie, it probably added an additional 15 minutes to my entire install. But once you do have it attached to the bottom of your car, everything else is pretty much a breeze. Even when I found out that I had to remove the bottom back seat in the car, I was expecting I was gonna have to take off some type of screws and bolts and things like that. It was actually super easy. Make sure that you don't pull too hard because there is a cord that's connected to the seat directly behind the driver's seat. But there's a cord that's connected from the seat to the bottom of the car, and that is what pretty much controls all of your power components and your heating for your seats. So I didn't pull it too far. I just kind of like slowly slid it away. Go ahead, put your seat cover on, tighten everything down, and then you just kind of slide the seat back down, and it felt just as secure as it did before I had originally taken off the seat. So very easy, very simple. Total, it took me around 2-ish hours to do the entire car as far as installing these covers. In that time, I was recording the entire time, so I'm stopping cameras. That added some more time to my install, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad install at all. Once I had everything into place, I was actually very shocked with how well everything looked put together. And that's not me just trying to like gas up my installation skills or anything like that, even though, you know, I did my thing. But everything was precise, everything had a very snug fit, and this is the very first time that I've had custom fit seat covers. Normally I'll buy something generic, it's one sleeve, you pull it on, it's loosey-goosey, whatever. But if I didn't know any better, I would say that it looked like it came installed on the car and that it wasn't something that I did on a random day off from work, you know what I'm saying? The seams, the stitching, the ventilation pattern, everything just matched up perfectly. And when it comes to the ventilation, it actually does have perforated holes going throughout the actual seat cover. So it's not like a weird fake art design that's on there or something. It actually does have the ventilation on there to allow breathability and to allow you to use the heating and cool settings on your seat. So that was great. When it came to these seat covers, when I was doing my research, there was one thing that I was leaning towards more, and that was the halfway design. So on the front seats, the driver and the passenger seat, instead of the entire car or instead of the entire seat being covered by fabric, it only covers the front and it leaves the back out. I like the contrast, so I like being able to see the black on the back of my seat and seeing the white on the front because, I don't know, it just looks better to me, honestly. All in all, when it comes to the fit, quality, 10 out of 10. I couldn't have been happier. When it comes to how these seat covers feel, it feels a little more plush or soft. And I think that is because there is a small amount of padding that is in the seat cover. But comfortability is perfectly fine. I'm not sure if this is gonna make any sense, but when it comes to at least the seat covers that I have, on the gray portions of the seat, it has a little more grip. Normally when I get in my car, I kind of like slide on in or something like that. But with these new seat covers, it's not, I don't slide as much. There's a lot of times when I'm driving, I like to have my laptop in the passenger seat. I don't like putting it on the ground because germs, people step there. I like to have my laptop in the bed. And anyways, normally when I'm driving, my laptop is sliding all over the place in my car. So I'm having to put my arm over there real quick, make sure it doesn't fall into the ground. But now that I've had these seat covers on, I've noticed that my laptop doesn't move. It's, like I said, it just has a little bit more grip to it. And again, that could be because they're still new. And maybe once my natural oils get on it, it'll lose that extra grip. It's not necessarily a deal breaker. It's not like a gain or like a drawback or anything. It's just something to note and something to comment on. I did have issues with one of the covers in the back seat when it was fully installed, and that is the cover that goes over the cup holder. So pretty much what the issue was is whenever I have all the seat covers on in the back, the left seat and the middle seat, you know, they're connected, they're conjoined by like a metal piece or something like that. When I would go to press the button to let my seats down electronically, they would fold down perfectly fine and they would fold completely flat. But once they went flat, it's almost like it sensed that something was in the seat because it would automatically come back up or electronically come back up to around like a 20-degree angle. Now, I messed around with the cup holder seat cover several times. I'm not sure if I had the seat cover skewed or if I maybe had it too tight and it was putting too much tension on it. I messed around with it for a little bit one day, and then I was eventually able to get it to wherever I do press that button, the seats do just stay completely flat and parallel with the rest of the bottom of the seat. And because I'm dumb, I decided to take the cover off because I wanted to figure out exactly what was going on. And then the next day it was doing the exact same thing. So I should have just left it alone once I got it good. But I'm gonna mess with it again. I just think when it comes to the cup holder seat cover, you have to make sure that it's on there a very specific way. It has to be very straight, taut, but not super tight. With the fit and the feel of the seat covers kind of taken care of, I want to address, in my opinion, two of the most important questions that I had and that other buyers might have when it comes to these specific seat covers. And that comes down to safety and functionality. Earlier, I talked about how I like the fact that the front seats have a halfway design. And that isn't just a random style design that the company decided to do, but it actually does serve a purpose. That way it doesn't interfere with the deployment of the side airbags. So when it comes to some other seat covers, the ones that normally fully encapsulate the back of the seat and the front of the seat, it's kind of like imagine like a pillowcase. The ones that kind of look like a pillowcase going over the top of the seats, they can sometimes have issues when it comes to interfering with the deployment of the airbags when it comes to an emergency situation. So knowing the fact that I'm not sacrificing on any type of safety or anything like that just kind of put me at ease knowing that, you know, that I'm still protected and I still have one of the safest cars out there and I'm able to take full advantage of all the features. Secondly, functionality when it comes to the heating and the cooling options of the ventilated seats. What I noticed is since there is now a thicker material between the seat and my body, it is going to take a little bit longer for that heat to actually come through. So normally without the seat cover, it takes around like 30-ish seconds in order for me to feel the heat coming off the seat. Honestly, it's a little less than that. But now that I have this thicker, somewhat padded material on there, it takes around 60 seconds for me to feel any type of heat. So I was just glad that it actually still put out heat and that it didn't fully block anything. Not only do I feel the heat on the bottom of the seat, on the bottom half of the back of the seat is heated as well. So I can feel it there and on the bottom of the seat, perfectly fine. Weirdly though, when it comes to using the cool setting, I can feel that a lot quicker than I can with the heat setting while I have these seat covers on. I don't know if it's because maybe like the elements have to warm up first before it starts coming through, and the cool setting is just full air on blast. I don't really know how it works, but when you turn on the cool air, I feel the air quicker than I do when I turn on the heated seats. So I'm just glad that I still get to use one of my favorite features in my car. Yeah, so far I am super happy. So after the installation process and driving around with these covers on for a while, let's answer the main question. Do I recommend these covers? And the answer is a definitive yes, 100%. It checks all of the boxes from having a premium level fit and finish without having to spend thousands of dollars to upgrade to a different color. My car feels fully protected on the inside now, and it has more personality on the inside. Like, look at that. It looks so good. So much personality. It truly feels like me on the inside of this car now, and I love it. If you've been considering swapping up the interior of your Tesla, or if you just want to have peace of mind from everyday accidents on the inside of your car, I highly recommend checking out these seat covers and the links that I provided down below. And I'll also throw up a discount code that'll help you save some additional money on your entire order. So use that to your full advantage. I've used a lot of products from EVBASE, and it's because their products are just so premium, and once I find a company or a brand that I like, I normally stick with it. So I've also got some other links of some other products that I've tried out from them. Check them out. Discount code also applies to those products as well. And yeah, hopefully this was informative. And if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, throw them down below. I will have a installation video coming soon showing how I fully put these seat covers on from start to finish. I just wanted this video to be about my experience as far as if it's even worth it, which we've already covered. Absolutely is, 100%. Anyways, make sure you leave me some comments down below. Again, any questions you might have, I'll get you those as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. That's very helpful to me. And I think that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. He looks so pretty. Look at him. Mira. Look. Oh, bye.